How's it going, everyone? Rampage here again, and Merry Christmas to you all out there, for those of you who are celebrating it. And for today's question of the day is, what did you guys get for Christmas, or what are you guys getting for Christmas if your gift hasn't been received yet? Me, I just got a laptop, which is pretty cool, a new laptop. It's like, I kind of got tired of the slow rendering on this laptop, so I just decided to get a better one that's faster. And I got it for Christmas today, which was pretty cool. And the second part of the question of the day is, how do you all plan on spending your Christmas? Me, I'm just spending it with some family, It's just a family Christmas and all that fun stuff. So leave your answers in the comments below, and I will see you guys for the battle coming right up. What's up, guys? Rampage here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. But before that, I want to say Merry Christmas to you all out there who celebrate it, or Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're into. Happy holidays to you all. So anyway, this is Rampage here, bringing you my Christmas special. I'm using just a bunch of Christmassy type of guys, and yeah, for example, my Mrs. Claus, my Jellicent, who kind of it reminds me of Mrs. Claus in a way. Like, it's all pink and has kind of bulk. Like, it's kind of bulky, kind of big, bulky. Yeah, so anyway, let's get started with the battle. I'm going to go for the Toxic on his Slowbro, and he's going to hit me with his Psychic. It's not going to do too much, and before this turn, I actually taunted him, and he tried to set up a Calm Mind, which is very fortunate for me, because now he won't be able to set it up. And now I'm going to switch out into my Uxie, my Making Toys, because, it's a little elf, and I have to make toys for the kids out there. So anyway, he's going to bring out his Roserade, try to go for a Sleep Powder, but he misses, and that's going to let me set up my rocks. So now I'm predicting the Sleep Powder again, so I'm going to go out into my Dasher the Reindeer, so I can, deliver those toys that my Uxie just made. But he's going to predict that, and hit me with a Sludge Bomb that really hurts. So, yeah, Roserade just took out my Sawsbuck, which sucks. But I'm just going to bring out my Hydreigon, hit him with a Fire Blast, and that's definitely going to do a lot, and take out his Roserade, definitely, even if it had a whole bunch of special defense investment, it still wouldn't live because I'm Specs. So now I'm going to switch out because he brought in his Starmie. I'm just going to go out into my treetop, put a star at the top of your Christmas tree. Even though some people put angels up there, but I tend to always put stars on the top of my Christmas tree. But whatever, that's besides the point. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave, but he predicts that, goes out into his Crocodile. Great play on his part, and I'm just going to switch out into my Hydreigon now, predicting the Earthquake, which he does go for, which is lucky for me. And I'm just going to try and go for a Fire Blast again, I believe, as he switches out into his Volcarona, which is going to get raped by the Stalk Rocks, and I am going to go for the Fire Blast. Now, I'm not sure if that would have took it out, because Volcarona does have some pretty good special defensive bulk, but it actually does take him out, which is great. And now the biggest threat on this team, which was that Volcarona, is now gone. So the second biggest threat now is the Starmie, because, well, you'll see right now as he goes for the Surf, that does a whole lot of damage. That does over half to my Uxie, which is very defensive. So I'm kind of thinking that Starmie is Specs, and yeah. So now he's going to switch out into his Fortress, and I'm also going to go out into my 3 Kings, because I need to deliver some Myrrh and Gold and whatever the other king was delivering, or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know that story too much, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Draco Meter, predicting him to switch out, but he actually stays in. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. I don't know why he did that, seeing as I still have my Uxie alive at a pretty reasonable amount of HP to set up rocks again. So anyway, now I'm just going to switch out into my Gallade and try and hit him down with a close combat. He's also going to switch out into his Crocodile. He probably thought he would outspeed me, but he doesn't, because I'm Scarped, so my Grinch just stole that Crocodile's Christmas. So now he's going to bring out his Slowbro, which is still toxic, which is, I'm not worrying about this thing too much. He's going to set up a Calm Mind, knowing that I will switch out, but it doesn't matter because I switched out into my Hydreigon, which is Specs. So his Calm Mind is basically nothing to me right now. It's basically neutral because I'm Specs and he has +1 special defense. I'm going to hit him with a Dark Pulse pretty low. Doesn't take him out, but the Toxic will take him out this turn. So yep, his Slowbro is now gone, and yeah. So now he's going to bring out his Starmie. I'm just going to leave my Hydreigon in this Death Water so I can get a safe switch out into something. And I was kind of thinking that I might be able to live that Ice Beam, but I don't, and he gets a crit. So yeah, so now I'm going to be able to bring out my Gallade safely, go for the close combat. Because once the Starmie is gone, I can just sweep the rest of his team with close combat pretty easy. But he gets a freeze on this Ice Beam. I kind of lost what I was about to say. What I was going to say was the close combat was a 2-hit KO, and I was going to be able to take him out next turn, but he got the freeze, which is super gay. Yeah. So now I'm just going to go out into my Uxie and Heal Bell. I didn't even know if Heal Bell would actually cure the freeze, but it does, so that's pretty interesting, because I never used Heal Bell for freeze. I've only used it for sleep, Thunder Wave, and poison. So it's good to know that, well, and burn too, but it's good to know that it also cures freeze, considering freeze is a status. So anyway, I'm going to switch out into my Mrs. Claus now, and he's going to go for the Jar Ball. Doesn't do much, and I'm not really worried about his Fortress anymore. So now I'm going to go out into my Starmie one more. No, that doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry. He's going to go out into a Starmie one more time. I'm going to hit him with a Scald. He gets burned, which is very fortunate for me, unfortunate for him. It's kind of payback for the freeze that he just got on me. So now I'm just going to switch out into my Uxie because I don't want my Mrs. Claus to take any damage, because I can't have Mrs. Claus dying around here. I'm like, what's a Christmas without Mrs. Claus? Really? So his Starmie's going to die to the burn, which is great. And now his last guy is this Fortress. And I do have my Jellicent and my Gallade, which can probably, take this thing out pretty easily with Scalds and close combats. He's going to set up spikes, and I don't want him to set up his third layer, because that might be enough to actually take out my Gallade upon switching in. So I'm just going to go for the taunt. He's going to predict that, I guess, and go for the Jar Ball. Probably predicted me to switch out in the Gallade. He probably predicted me to switch out in the Gallade as I predicted him to go for his third layer of spikes. But that's not the case. I'm going to hit him with Scald. Doesn't take him out or get the burn. It looks like a 3-hit KO, which is good for me, seeing as though he can't do anything to me. So I'm not really worried at all. And yeah. So now I'm just going to go for the Scald one more time. And I'm actually going to get a crit, which is going to seal me the win. So that was a really good game. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you did, please push that like button. It will really help me out. I'm interested in hearing what you guys are getting for Christmas and what are you going to do for the holidays. So yeah. So Rampage here, signing off. Have a nice day. Have a happy holidays. And, well, that didn't really make sense. Have a happy holidays. Whatever. Peace out, guys.